Hello everyone, welcome. So today's practice is a practice with one prop, a strap only. Okay, we're going to do some nice work for the hips, for the legs, as well as working into the upper body a bit. So it's a nice, well-rounded practice. And I thought it would be a nice option for folks, especially people who might be traveling. You know, you don't want to bring a lot of props with you, or maybe you don't have access to them. So just a strap, the easiest thing to take with you wherever you go. And yeah, and it's really a great prop and a great practice. I hope you enjoy it. Hey there. If you have a cranky back, stiff neck, if you're overweight, anxious, or if you simply don't look, feel, or resonate with the images of yoga on social media, you will definitely want to check out my online course, Iyengar Yoga Fundamentals. Okay, so first thing I want you to do is have your strap, make a short loop in your strap, and then lay yourself down. Lay yourself down and place the strap on your right arch and adjust it so that you've got a really long tail here, like so. Okay, we're gonna start in Supta Tadasana. Straighten your legs, roll your shoulders under, and just press your knees and thighs down. Okay, from here, take hold of your strap, that tail, and quite literally haul your right leg up. Okay, so you can take notice here of when the leg is at 90 degrees, and then if it's available to you, you can draw the leg even further. So you can see here I'm bending my elbows and drawing the leg closer towards me. Now, what's interesting is that although I'm drawing the leg closer towards me in this dynamic fashion, I'm actually focused on pressing the thigh away. Okay, so that's what I want you to do. Raise the leg up, lift it up, haul it towards you, but press your thigh away from you. Okay, and then let's just do this 10 times with your right leg. Okay, so this is just a dynamic version, kind of Supta Padangusthasana 1. Okay, keep your leg absolutely straight. Reach into the heel as you lift it up, and then lower the leg down. Okay, find the control and use your arms to help your cause. Okay, I sort of lost count here, but let's go for a few more. And remember, press your knee and thigh away. Do not let this leg bend. Good. Okay, let's change sides. Okay, bend your knees, shift the strap over to your left leg, and then again adjust. Okay, you can straighten the leg up, other leg down, and then again Supta Tadasana, big broad feet, press your knees and thighs down. Okay, from here, haul the left leg up, find 90 degrees, absolutely straighten your leg. Okay, and then see, can you haul it up a little bit more? And you can do like these half pumps, right? 90 degrees and beyond, 90 degrees and beyond. The whole time here, press your knee and thigh away from you. Okay, then let's go for the full motion. Reach into your heel, haul the leg all the way up, and then down. Haul the leg all the way up and down. Okay, I've got the elbows. You can bend into the elbows to get a little bit of pressure to pull, but then you can also extend the arms. See how high over the head they'll go. Okay, go for 10 rounds. Continue to press your knee and thigh away. Okay, another thing to look for as you're going through these repetitions is that even though the focus appears to be on the lifted leg, can you do this work, you know, without letting the bottom leg bend? Because a lot of times when you bring the leg really high, that bottom leg just gives a little bit. So can you keep your awareness in the bottom leg, for the entire time, right? Don't let it just pump up a little bit as you come to that end range. Okay, left leg, carry on, couple more. Good. Okay, and then release. Okay, you can remove the strap, bend your knees, take a couple breaths, and pause here. Okay, for this next mini sequence here, work with the strap, a nice long strap. So I've just opened my strap up. And again, lay yourself down and go into Urdhva Prasarita Padasana. So you're going to draw your legs up, hook your strap, and then raise your legs up. And then just shimmy your strap here towards the heel, okay? And keeping your legs at 90 degrees, be here for a moment in Urdhva Prasarita Padasana. Okay, spread your toes, spread your toe mounds, reach strongly up through the inner foot, big toe mound, inner heel, and coil the outer foot back down. Okay, then pull on the strap and inject your femur bones into the sockets. Now move your thighs away from you and reach up through the back of your legs. Okay, so it feels to me a little bit like a continuous actions here. Pull down, inject the femur bones. Move the root of the thigh away from you, extend up through the back of your legs. And just feel here that firmness, that compactness that comes to the texture of the legs here. Okay, roll your shoulders back and down, lift your chest up. All right, from here, let's go from Urdhva Prasarita Padasana into Supta Padangusthasana 1. So essentially we're doing the same thing we did before, but from the top down instead of from the bottom up. So from here, keeping your right leg exactly where it is, take your left leg out of the strap, okay, turn the front of the left thigh in and slowly extend the leg away and down. And as you extend the leg down, can you do it in such a way that the inner heel touches the floor first, right? So you're not letting the leg roll out as you lower the leg down, but keep that internal rotation. Now, as soon as your left heel touches down, from your right buttock, reach away from you. Okay, press that right thigh away, slide your right buttock along the floor and away from you, and then again reach up through the back of your leg. Supta Padangusthasana 1. Now extend strongly through the back of your left leg and raise that straight leg back up to 90 degrees. Place it into the strap. Press your knees away, press your thighs away, roll your shoulders back and down. Okay, Urdhva Prasarita Padasana. Now, left leg lifted for Supta Padangusthasana 1. You're going to take the right leg out from the strap. Just be here for a moment, pause, turn the thighs in, open the backs of the legs strongly, and straighten your legs completely. Now from here, maintaining that inward rotation, extend the right leg, and from the inner groin to the inner heel, reach, 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 reach. As soon as that inner heel touches down, from the corner of your left hip, cut away from you. Slide the left buttock along the floor, and then reach up through the back of that leg. At the same time, extend into your right leg and press your right thigh down. Hold it. Now, reach even more into your right heel, and with an absolutely straight leg, raise that leg back up to 90 degrees. Place it back into the strap, Urdhva Prasarita Padasana. Okay, one more time, same thing. Okay, remove the left leg from the strap, turn the front of your thigh in, and slowly extend, 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 lower the leg to the floor. Now, cut the right outer hip away from you, slide the right buttock away from you, press your knee and thigh away from you, and then reach up through the back of the leg. Almost like you want to make the back of your leg taller than the front of your leg. Okay, and this is true for both sides. So again, even though it's natural to focus on the lifted leg, can you keep equal attention here on the down leg as well? Reach into that left heel. Okay, now with that leg absolutely straight, raise the leg back up and place it back into the strap. Okay, last time, second side. Here, remove the right leg from the strap, turn the front of the thigh in, and reach away and down, away and down. Reach, reach, reach. Roll the thigh in, inner heel touches down, and as soon as it does, lengthen your side waist. Slide that left buttock away from you. Press your thigh away and extend up through the back of your leg. Supta Padangusthasana 1. Okay, now reach into your right heel and raise that straight leg back up. Place it into the strap. Okay, now from here, take hold of the strap, you're holding it here, and really pull down, okay? And then extend away. So you're pulling the strap towards you, reach into those big toe mounds, and with a little extra support, start to lower the legs down. Turn the thighs in, press your knees and thighs away. And then as soon as you touch down, reach into your heels, raise your straight legs back up. Okay, now can you do this 5, 6, 10 times maybe? Urdhva Prasarita Padasana, dynamically with a little bit of support. Okay, give it a go. Thighs in, press the knees and thighs away, use the strap. Okay, pull the leg bones towards you, but reach away, away, away. And then from the back of the legs, lift. Okay, lower the legs down, lift the legs up, down and up. Okay, when you're lowering down, you're extending through the front of the leg. When you're lifting the leg, you got to reach into those heels. Okay, keep going, repeat. If any of you are struggling, right? If it's too much, and also if you're, maybe your lower back is a little bit compromised, this might not be the right thing for you today. So if this is the case, you can see how you do with lowering the legs. Okay, turn the thighs in, lower the legs down, but then on the way up, just bend your knees, raise the leg up, right? So that's a way to back it up if needed. Intentionally bend the knees and come up this way, because it's going to be a little bit harder to raise the legs up. Okay, see how that goes, see if that works, and do a couple more rounds. Okay, and then of course, those of you who want to progress even further, you could always remove the strap completely. You can have your arms either over your head or by your hips. Right? And then you can work as well on dynamic lifting and lowering, okay? And whichever variation you're doing here, with the strap, without the strap, you want to see that you're not like rocking on those hips. So be very mindful. Where is your pelvis in space? And can you maintain that even as you're lifting and lowering? Okay, no rocking. All right, complete your rounds there, and then just pause. You can bend your knees, have your hands on your abdomen, just take a few breaths. Okay, moving along, we're gonna work next with Anantasana. And this is just gonna balance out your practice a little bit. We'll build on the principles we've worked on in Urdhva Prasarita Padasana, Supta Padangusthasana 1, but also get into some openings and extension here for the shoulder region, for the upper body, okay? So lay yourself down and lay on your left side like this. If you're working with a mat, you can take advantage and use the edge of the mat as a bit of a guide, because it's sometimes deceiving whether you're in a straight line or not, right? So ankle bone, outer hip, and then dissect your armpit on the edge of that mat and really try to get rid of any space there underneath your armpit. Okay, and you can use your right hand and just stabilize yourself here, and then extend that top leg and just hover it here like this. Okay, move the mid buttock into the body and lift your chin slightly away. And then if you feel steady here, you've got your balance, then maybe you can also extend the arm along your side flank here like this. Okay, this is just beginning stages here, Anantasana. Press the outer edge of your left foot strongly down, and then reach into that heel, but also extend your fingers more and more away. Mid buttock in, chin up. Good. Okay, release for a moment. Now next stage here in Anantasana is to take this top arm, bend it, and now really try to open up this armpit a little more. Okay, lengthen this underside like so. Okay, and here if you're really struggling for balance, you can take the foot over and just tuck those toes, externally rotate your lifted leg here, your right thigh out, and turn the toes underneath there. I'm not 100% sure if you can see that, but turn them under. Okay, if you're managing to balance here okay, then what I would suggest is the next thing to do is to take your leg into Vrikshasana, like so. Okay, and same idea, externally rotate your thigh. You can stabilize with your hand in front, buttock into the body, and then move the knee back. And then once you've got your stability here, you can extend your arm and create a fulcrum. Hand against leg, leg against hand, and buttock forward more and more. The whole time, very firmly, very strongly, press the left foot down. That outer edge of the foot, press it down. That starts to, the stability I feel is initiated from that action. Press there, and then extend into your left elbow, chin back a little bit, chest open. Breathe, let gravity do its thing and open up through the side chest. Good, and then release, undo yourself, just pause for a moment. Breathe. Okay, now you're going to stay on this side, and the final presentation, okay, you'll come to where we've left off, do everything the same. You'll come into your Vrikshasana, and then from here, you bend the knee, take hold of your big toe, and lift yourself up into like a Supta Padangusthasana action, here like this. And so if you can hold your big toe, then go for it, hold it. You want a straight arm, straight leg. But if you can't reach it, then that's where your trusty strap will come in handy. And you can begin the pose with this strap just on your foot. So place it on the right foot. I would probably do it so that the buckle is on the top part of the foot. I think that might work out a little better for you. And then everything else is the same. Okay, so go ahead, either adjust your strap and place it on the right foot if you're using it, and come here to where we've left off. Okay, make that effort to lengthen the underside, reach into that elbow, see that you're in line. Buttock forward, knee back, push back, push back. Okay, then very firmly press the outer edge of your foot down, lift the knee up, and here you're holding either your big toe or the tail, right? And lift your leg up into Anantasana. Okay, now I do find that if you don't have a straight arm, straight leg, you're only going to make the pose harder for yourself. So don't be, loose with your arm. Reach it up as close to your foot as you can. Yeah, up the strap. Okay, and then pull the leg back, but push your buttock forward. Buttock forward, chest up, everything happening simultaneously. We're working here to stabilize, strengthen the hip, and that left shoulder, I imagine, is getting some attention. Reach into the elbow. Okay, from the corner of your right hip, cut away from you, like you did in the Supta Padangusthasana. All right, and then release, undo yourself. And now let's do this whole sequence to the other side. Okay, if you know you want to use the strap, then please go ahead and place it onto your left foot. And then lay yourself down on the right side. Ankle bone, outer hip, and armpit all on one line. Reach into the heel and crawl your fingers away. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Okay, just hover here. You can stabilize with the front arm. Head back, buttock forward, and then see, can you find your balance? Take a few breaths. The outer edge of that left foot needs to be super sharp. Sorry, the right foot, really sharp. Okay, release. And now, second variation, you're coming into Vrikshasana. Externally rotate that thigh. Rotate it. As the knee goes back, move the buttock into the body, And once again, outer edge of the foot strongly down. Oh, and also remember the arm position. Okay, reach that elbow away, away, away. Extend there. Lift your chin a little bit. Yes. Okay, then work through all of this. Find your balance. Like, notice those little micro movements. Where are you steady? When are you not steady? It's not about judgment or doing it right or wrong, but notice what happens when you challenge yourself. Okay, and then see, can you extend the arm? Create the fulcrum. Press your arm against your leg, leg against your arm, and open this groin up even more, right? Knee goes back, buttock forward, extend the inner line of that leg. Chin up a little bit, breathe, hold it. I feel myself rolling around this side. Okay, and then release, undo for a moment. Pause. Okay, you can give the neck a rest, you can give the shoulder a rest. And then let's go for the final position here. Okay, come back to your Vrikshasana. Yeah. And then from here, lift the knee up, reach for your big toe or the tail of your strap, and raise the leg up. Again, press the outer edge of the right foot strongly down into the floor. Move the buttock in and haul the lifted leg back. Buttock forward, leg back, chin up a little bit. Anandasana. Maintain it. Find your balance. Good. And then release. Roll down, just be on your back for a moment, take a few breaths, and pause. Okay, so up until now in the practice, we have focused on one side of the body at a time, okay? And now I want to shift into something that's more even and just translate the sensitivity, the awareness into this more balanced presentation pose. Okay, so let's go for Ardha Uttanasana and place your hands on the wall, walk back, and stack your hips over your ankles here. Okay, now big broad feet, spread and open through the soles of your feet, and strongly press your heels down. As much as you press your heels down, lift your kneecaps up, thighs up, and then press your thighs back. Okay, take the focus to the very back of your legs. Continue to press your heels down, but from the back of your thighs, lift up towards the buttock, and then from the corners of your hips, reach back, 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 back. Now equal and opposite, not only in the legs, but in the arms and torso as well. So push the wall with your hands, and again, hip corners back. Rotate your upper arms out. Once again, push the wall, reach your hips back, and lengthen the side of your body. Externally rotate your upper arms, turn them, and again, push the wall, reach your hips back. Breathe here. Ardha Uttanasana. Okay, bend your knees. Walk forward and stand up tall. Okay, so, I just demonstrated with your hands on a wall, but if a clear wall is not available to you, you can absolutely do this with flat palms, maybe on a dresser, on the back of a chair, just something where you're getting approximately that kind of half position, torso in the range of parallel to the floor, okay? Now, you can use Ardha Uttanasana for different reasons, right? It's a great pose. You've got stuff going on with your arms, and the arms, as you may remember, are the gateway into the upper spine. You're doing lots of good work with the legs, which is the gateway into the lower spine. Okay, so let's just say you want to use this next go at Ardha Uttanasana to penetrate the upper back a little bit more. Maybe you're stiff there. Maybe you felt when you did the first round that this angle here wasn't opening that much. Okay, if that's the case, see if you can find something a little higher. Okay, instead of having your hands more at hip height, maybe up at shoulder height, walk back and see how that feels. Okay, you can also externally rotate the hands, right, and go a little wider between your wrists. See if that gives you the access you need. That would be another approach. And then finally, one last approach that you can use to access the upper back is to cross the forearms. And so this clearly wouldn't work with a wall, but you could place it on a desk, on the back of a chair is often good, and then walk back and do it this way. And simply by shortening the line of communication, right, elbow towards here, it can help you penetrate a little more deeply. Okay, so pick one of those. Let's go for round 2, Ardha Uttanasana, and get yourself ready. Okay, walk back, align your hips over your heels. Good, now push the wall, reach your hips back. Take your mind to the soles of your feet, pound strongly into your heels, and then lift your kneecaps, lift your thighs, move your thighs back. See if you can create the sensation as if you're filling the back of your thighs, right? Broaden there and fill the back of your thighs. Okay, now rotate those upper arms out, slide your shoulder blades down your back, and now because we're going for thoracic penetration, right, into the upper back, I want you now to pretend like your neck begins halfway down your upper back. And from that point, lift your head up just slightly. Look a little bit forward and up. And from that point, middle of the upper back, move into the chest and reach your chin and chest forward. Push the wall, reach your hips back. Okay, like a turtle coming out of its shell. Chin and chest forward, eject forward, reach your hips back. equal and opposite actions. And then you can lower your head to a neutral position and find your breath. Good. Release, bend your knees, walk forward, and stand in Tadasana. Okay, now if you're doing the crossed forearms, I like to repeat it and then do the other crossing, right, the second time. I'm going to leave that to you because I want to show one more variation here. We'll do the third attempt in Ardha Uttanasana, and this time I would like to show you how you can use the Ardha Uttanasana just to create a little more length and opening into the lumbar spine. Okay, again, we did poses that were lateral when there were one side, other side. You know, we're different side to side. So even in these even poses, you may find that your two sides need a little bit different attention, right? So what you can do is come into your Ardha Uttanasana and just where we left off, okay? Do everything as before, kneecaps up, thighs up, reach your hips back, and then push the wall, hips back again, okay? Now, what I want you to do is just reach one hip, okay? Reach one hip. Let's say it's your right hip. Reach it a little further back. So I'm just twisting slightly, right? I'm just turning myself slightly, right? Reach the right hip further back and really lengthen that right side. Okay, if you have a little catch in the lower back, you may find that this feels really good. Okay, then you can try the other side. Reach it back, reach it back, reach it back, and then come back to the center, and then see if you can get equal length by reaching both hips back at the same time. Okay, just a little something to explore, right? It's nice to move around in the poses, just gives you a little something different. Okay, I use that a lot. I have a scoliosis in my spine, and I very much am aware of the differences side to side, so I find that quite effective. But like I said, even if you just have a little bit of extra tightness, muscle soreness, stiffness, or a catch in the lower back, sometimes that can feel just like extra traction. It can feel really good. Okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is take a strap, have the strap be about shoulder distance, like maybe a little narrower, armpit to armpit kind of thing. It sort of depends how stiff you are in the upper back shoulder area. Okay, but it's a good starting place. And then if you have access to a clear wall, it could be a closed door or, you know, a little bit, just a small section of clear wall here, then you'll take a wide-legged Uttanasana. Okay, so spread your legs out, keep your buttocks on the wall so you have your legs angular, and then lifting from the buttocks, release your torso down. Okay, just hang down here. Then reach behind you and place your wrists inside this strap, okay? And create resistance. Hit your wrists out against the strap very strongly. Okay, then also lift your shoulder blades up and away from your neck. Just let the head go, and then reach your arms over. Okay, once again, lift the shoulders up, hit out against the strap, and pump the arms. And you can do this a few times. Just sort of see where you have mobility, where there's stiffness, and repeat. Okay, all the while here, press the big toe mound down, inner heel down, lift your arch, so be firm on the feet, and from the back of your legs, lift up to the buttocks, lengthen yourself down, and then again with the arm action, lift the shoulders, hit out against the wrists, and reach your arms up and over. Okay, after you've done a few rounds, maybe 10 times, perhaps you want to stay here for just a moment with the arms reaching over. Okay, breathe. Let go of any tension in your neck, See, I'm just moving my head around here just to make sure, to remind myself not to grip. And then let go, release, okay? Slowly bring yourself back up from that inversion and stand in Tadasana. Okay, couple things. So in that angular position with your legs, just want to mention here, for those of you who have some flexibility in the back of your knees, and perhaps you're overdoing, like you can hyperextend in the knees there, just be mindful of this, especially when the legs are angular, because if you're not careful, it's really easy to put like extra pressure there. I have that tendency if I'm not careful, right? It can go too far back. So just as if you want to stand right on the front of the heel. Yeah, you just want to sort of shift the weight a little forward. The heel has to press, but don't hang back into the calves. Okay, so you probably know if you have that tendency. If for you, it's just a challenge to straighten your leg in general, don't worry about it. Okay, the second thing I want to mention is if you don't have access to a clear wall right now, you can sit on a chair. Okay, you can sit down on the edge of a bed, sit on a chair, and then same idea, like you're sitting, come forward and work the same arm action. Okay, the other option too, I'm trying here to use as minimal props as possible. You can come forward in, even in Vajrasana, just sit on your heels, come forward like this, head down, and then again, work the arm position. Okay, so go one more time and pick one. So you can do the seated on the chair, you can be on the floor like I'm going to show now, or angular legs, buttocks on the wall. Okay, exhale completely and then come forward. And then from here, move the shoulder blades away from the neck, hit out against your strap and reach your arms over. Okay, and pump. Shoulders away from the neck, hit out, and reach the arms. Reach, 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 and repeat. Keep going. A few more times. Okay? Lift those shoulders and extend the arms. Okay? Now the same way, I guess I should mention this, the same way that sometimes people can hyperextend in the knees, the elbows can do the same. So again, if you have that tendency when you're going back, really hit out. Remember to hit out. Create some resistance around those joints that are super flexible. Okay, finish up. And then come back up. Okay, now the next pose is Chatushpadasana. Okay, so now we're going to go supine again. Lay on your back, like so. And then keep your knees bent. If you're using a mat, you can grip the sides of the mat. If not, you've just got your hands by your side. Lean to one side, roll the opposite shoulder under. Lean, roll the shoulder blade down your back. Okay, if you're gripping the mat, it just gives you a little tension, so you sort of push the rubber away as you lift your chest upward. Okay, now keeping those shoulder blades rolled under, bend your elbows. Okay, have your hands facing each other. And now remember the feeling of having your hands into your wrists into the strap there. You want to almost create that same degree of firmness, right? It's not just a floppy arm, a soft arm. The upper arms are fully pressing and as if there was resistance at the outer wrist there. Okay? Press your upper arms down, press your feet down, and then lift yourself up for Chatushpadasana. Press into your elbows, open your chest. Turn the front of your thighs in. Now press into your heels and buttocks up, chest open more. From your legs, open the chest. From your arms, open the chest. And if I was with you, if I was near you and I came around and tried to lift this arm up, I shouldn't be able to. That's how strongly you're pressing down, okay? So really firm. Glue those elbows, lift the buttocks, roll the buttocks away from the waist, but lift it into the body, up to the ceiling. Chest open more. Okay, and then slowly lower yourself down and pause. Take a few breaths. Okay, we'll repeat Chatushpadasana, and here we'll start to move a little bit more towards classical arm positioning, in which you're holding your ankles. Okay, so now you have to work within the realm of reason and see if it's within, if it's realistic for you to hold your ankles. Okay, you're gonna roll your shoulders under and lift up and see. Like if I go and hold my ankles, my knees are really moving very far beyond my ankles, and I don't want that because I want to engage the buttocks more in this pose. Okay, so you're going to keep your shin bones upright, and with that alignment, as best as you're able to manage, right? See how close can you get your hands to your ankles. I sometimes do this where I step on my hands and work at it. Right? The other option is, of course, to work with your strap. And this is another way just to make your arms longer. Okay, like so. So the one thing I want you to just be mindful of if you're using a strap is that in Chatushpadasana, you roll the thighs in. Okay, you roll the thighs in. When you're pulling on the strap, sometimes it draws the heels in and the legs will go wide, right? So just be mindful of that. Insist that your feet are well planted and you're still kind of, have your mind on all the different elements at the same time. All right, pick your presentation. I hope you've been doing it with me, a couple of attempts, but either way, let's do one or two more. Chatushpadasana. Okay, roll those shoulders under. Now press into each foot. Press your upper arms, elbows down, and now lift yourself up and roll onto your shoulders more. Roll onto your shoulders. Okay, press your feet, open your chest. Press your elbows, open your chest. Now pump that buttock up to the ceiling. Roll your thighs in, abdomen soft, but buttocks is firm. Shift the weight into the chest, this way. And then release. Lower yourself down, and again, pause, breathe. And then one last attempt, Chatushpadasana. Go ahead, lift yourself up. Upper arms, press them down, feet press down, and roll onto your shoulders. Work your hands closer and closer towards your feet. Turn your thighs in, lift the buttocks up, and penetrate your back chest to the front chest. This is your shoulder stand for today's practice. And then slowly release. Roll your buttocks away from your waist, lower down, pause, and then extend your legs to straight. Okay, I always need to check, make sure I am straight, and then you can just be here in Shavasana, like so. Okay, let go completely. Let the legs roll as they wish. Relax your arms, let them be. Let all four limbs just sink down into the ground. Connect yourself with that earth element. As the arms descend, find the lift to your chest, that sense of vibrancy. And as your legs completely release, find that softness and also that length that comes to your low abdomen. Let go of any tension in the body and also in your face. And breathe. Inhale, exhale.